This is James Holder for iFL TV. I'm at Wembley Arena today for the press conference of Froch versus George Groves 2. With me, I've got George Groves. How are we doing, George?
Very good, thank you.
Firstly and foremost, I want to talk about the press conference a little bit. How do you think it went today?
Went very well. Tickets sold out in an hour.
An hour?
You can't, 60,000 plus, I think, gone. You can't complain at that, I think. Whether it had anything to do with the press conference or not, I'm not sure, but went very well. I got my points across, I feel. I hope they were clear enough. Cole has decided to be much more subdued and trying to be a little bit more composed, to which he's already failed because he refused to do a face-to-face off with me, which is pretty much fundamental in professional boxing. It's a standard practice. It's not a big deal. It's just something you do. And even then, he couldn't hold it together. Started saying that I got bad breath, and then we follow that up with some pictures outside, and he lays his hands on me, pushes me.
Let's just state this fact. Then what did he actually do? Because there was quite a bit of a kerfuffle in the way. I know we've got it on iFL TV exactly what happened.
We was asked to do a face-to-face, so I look at Carl to do my face-to-face. Carl can't make eye contact with me. I told him, Carl, try and hold it together, because he couldn't look at me. To which he turns and pushes me. You know, you never know. He could have swung, took a punch at me. I was on Wembley. I didn't want to take a dive, you know, so I stayed on my feet. And you know, it's not professional. We're supposed to be professional.
From your opinion, do you think that could jeopardise the fight in general?
Well, it can jeopardise. It can jeopardise the press tour, because I'm not prepared to have Carl Froch lay his hands on me. You know. So he's got to hold it together. If he wants to claim to be this professional, well then act professionally. You know, we're paid fighters, we're license holders. We're not supposed to attack other people. And it's only a push. You know, I'm not going to go crying off about it. You know, everybody reckons I cry and whine a lot, but only for a reason. Everything for a reason. The fact of the matter is, I will bring this up with the British Boxing Board of Control because it's unprofessional, and he needs to be reprimanded for it. Because if I've got to meet him again 3 or 4 times before the fight and do a face-off with him, I don't want to be standing there waiting for him to throw a punch at me, because if he throws a punch at me, I'll put him asleep, and then where does that leave me? So he needs to learn some manners, be a little bit more respectful, hold it together, and above all, just be professional.
When he said in the press conference today he was going to stay calm and he wasn't going to raise you, do you think kind of that gives you a small mental victory today, the fact that he has been perceived to lose his cool a little bit? He's
contradicted himself already. Simple as that. Simple as that. To use Cole's words, simple as that.
There doesn't seem to be... Now, I don't want to talk about Cole's brother because the fight is between you and Carl. There doesn't seem to be much love between you and yourself. You exchanged words with him in the press conference today. Do you think he's a key reason why that altercation happened on the grass outside? Do you think him stirring it added to that?
I don't know. Lee Froch likes his 15 minutes of fame. He had his sunglasses on today. He's a complete tool, and he's an embarrassment to his family. I am so happy that he's not a relation of mine, because how embarrassing. Lives off his brother's name. He's a pathetic piece of a human being, and I pity him. And he's desperate for his 15 minutes of fame, and he hasn't quite got it yet. I think he sensed that he might grab something, because he was the first one to step on the pitch when Carl pushed me. But ultimately, he's just a Twitter troll, and I've got plenty of them, and they just get ignored. If he wants to overstep the mark, then it's not up to me to deal with that. I'm a licence holder.
You said today in the press conference it's time for a changing of the guard. Do you generally believe that it's George Groves' time now, and Carl Froch's time to had his course?
Listen, it was my time last time up in Manchester. I beat Carl Froch from one side of the ring to the other for 9 solid rounds, and then Howard Foster gifted him the belts, stopped the fight when the fight should never have been stopped. Changing the guard, obviously. This is the worst thing that could have happened to Carl Froch, because if the referee hadn't stopped the fight and I'd stopped him, or it went on a few more rounds and went to points, maybe he could have had a career, you know, boxing maybe 1 or 2 other people. Maybe he could have had a career behind the screen, being nice and humble and accepting his defeat. But he can't. There's nothing humble about him. There's nothing gracious about him. And now he's in a fight where he's going to get severely hurt and rendered unconscious.
All jokes aside, I think we should thank Howard Foster. He's given you this rematch.
No, he hasn't.
I think the controversy with that fight, if you would have won the fight on points, I think the rematch would have happened. If it would have been a clear stoppage, and I'm speaking as a neutral point of view, I don't know if the rematch would have had as much appeal.
I don't.
Is that a fair statement?
I'm here, yeah. Fair enough that the fight wouldn't be as big if it wasn't controversy, but ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm here to become world champion. You know, what happens if Howard Foster refs the next fight and I bash Carl Froch up and he stops again in the ninth? Oh, we'll have another big fight. I don't care about big fights when really, ultimately, I just want the belts. I want the belts, and that's what all fights should be. You know, if this fight was taking place at your call because no one was interested, but I was going to become world champion, I'd take becoming a world champion than fighting out here and getting robbed. You know, just stonewall robbery, and this will not happen the second time. It will not allow it.
What's going on then? So am I led to believe that it won't be a British Board of official, a British Board of Control official officiating the fight? Can you comment on that?
This is not a done deal yet, but we are campaigning for no British officials to be reffing or judging, because we feel the first fight was certainly it was exposed that biases can take place. The referee was certainly biased in Carl Froch's favour. The IBF agreed with us, and we feel foreign officials would be best because they wouldn't be susceptible to the build-up and the hype surrounding Carl Froch. Carl Froch is the home fighter, he's the matchroom fighter, matchroom are the biggest promoters on Sky. In the first fight, everyone was saying that Carl Froch all I had to do was sharp to win and that I was out of my depth. I proved that on the night. That's not the case. Howard Foster robbed me of that in the end. This time around, it might be the other way around. Everyone might be saying I'm going to win. Again, I don't really want to be in a situation where people say, oh, you only won because everyone thought you were going to win. Neutral officials, meaning foreign officials, judges, referee, it has to be. If it's not, then the fight don't take place.
Last time you started fantastically quick, it's been well documented. Do you see yourself coming out the blocks and going for that same kind of strategy?
Yeah. I'll do a few bits and pieces differently, but this is a 3-round fight. If I want it to be, and I do want it to be. This is Hagler Hearns. Watch Hagler Hearns. Everything for a reason. Tried to tell Carl in the press conference, I ain't gonna hit him in the head or the body. I'm gonna hit him on the chin. I'm gonna hit him on the end of the nose. I'm gonna hit him in the ear. I'm gonna hit him in the liver. I'm gonna hit him in the fucking nipple if I want to. I'm gonna hit him wherever I want to hit him, because it's perfection and everything for a reason. He needs to know that. He needs to know that if I want to punch him in the elbow, I'm going to punch him in the elbow. It's not going to be fluke. I'm not just going to close my eyes and aim. I'm not hitting a heavy bag with no skill. I'm doing what I need to do. And it's going to be brutal.
Explosive. Right, George Groves, thank you for your time today, sir. I look forward to catching you soon.
Spot on. Thank you, James.